Whether you're new or old to Rise of Kingdoms, you know that you need individual credits. The question, how do you get them and what do you use them on? Join me as I break it down. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms gameplay episode from your very own Shappy Gaming. Today we are going to be breaking down how you get individual credits in this game. Now, before we get too far into it, there are a couple reasons why you want these individual credits. The first one is, by getting individual credits, you can buy all sorts of useful items really early on in the game. This includes teleports, this includes XP, this includes all sorts of boosts, especially troop expansions, and the three most important items, I think: VIP points, civilization changes, and last but not least, passports. So let's talk about the different items that you can actually use these on. So as you can see here, we have speed ups in here, we have those resources, we've got some boosts, and we've got, those items that I mentioned earlier. You've got your VIP points, you've got your passport pages, and this is what I think you should probably be spending them on. Everyone is going to be migrating at some point, and typically you do want to save these for passport pages, and the price for a passport page is 600,000 Alliance credits. And that's typically what I would recommend you save these up for, because otherwise the only way to get those passport pages is not through gems, but through money. And so this is how you would migrate as a free-to-play. But let's say that you don't plan on migrating, right? Which of these items should you be spending these on? Well, for one, I would not say to use them on speed-ups. I think speed-ups can be a sinkhole that you can dive into with these individual credits that really are not going to pay off for you. Now, there are a couple of items that I think that you might want to spend it on. So VIP points. As you know, VIP points are very hard to come by. You can use gems on them or you can spend money. But if you don't want to do that, then this is really the best other way to get them, aside from claiming Alliance gifts. So VIP points are not a terrible deal. I believe it's about 100,000 for 100, which isn't the best deal in the world, but it definitely could be worse. And so I would say, VIP points, definitely something to look at. Passport pages are going to be your number one priority. But the other one is civilization changes. Civilization changes are a nice little way to do this. The way to get civilization changes typically is you have to spend 10,000 gems. You heard me right. 10,000 gems in this other shop here. As you can see, if we come in here, it's right there. And this is the only other way to really get them in the game. Other things, talent resets, name changes, you can get for fairly low price. But the civilization changes are so ridiculously expensive that spending the 2 million individual credits to get that may actually be worth it. And I will say, personally, I've done it before too. I wouldn't really go for the basic army expansions unless you need them. Again, I would say focus on the narrow things. Don't go for the teleports. It's not going to be worth it. You're really going to get teleports in KVK anyways. So those are the items that I would personally probably spend my individual credits on. Now, how do you get them? So here's a very high level from the game. Individual credits can be earned from Alliance technology donations, Alliance help, Alliance building construction, Alliance gifts, and Alliance reclamation. And they can be used to purchase items in here. And you can earn it all from that. And you can earn 10,000 individual credits per day from Alliance help, and up to 20,000 from constructing Alliance buildings. So that's 30,000 credits right there. There is no daily limit to the amount of credits you can earn from Alliance tech donations. So if you donate a bunch, then you're going to get a lot back. Individual credits will not be lost after leaving an Alliance and can be used after joining a new one. So if you're very early days in the game, you can bump around, you can jump from different alliances, and it's not going to make any difference. So you can get them from donating tech. That's a very popular way of doing it, and as you can see, for every tech donation you make, you get at least 100 of these individual credits, which is nice. There's 300 credits right there. But the number one way that I would say that you're going to get these credits is actually by trading different items in. So the way that I like to trade items in is very particular. So if you come down here to this third tab, this is where you're going to start trading items in. And you can trade in pretty much any of your equipment blueprints that are not legendary. Now there are some that I would say don't trade in. For example, I don't usually trade in my my epic blueprints, but I do trade in all of my elite blueprints, with the exception of the windswept set, because I never know when I'm going to need it. And the benefit of this is that these are also really easy to come by. So I'm going to sell this, sell that, sell that, and sell that. Now, what do I mean by these are really easy to come by? If you go over into the VIP shop and you're over VIP 6, you can actually buy the Blueprint Fragment Choice Chests. And there are 15 of these, and you can buy them every week using resources. And so what this means is when you do need those alliance credits or those individual credits, all you have to do is come in here and say, where are my chests? And you've got them right here. And you can open them in mass amounts and then just sell them. And we'll do that right now. Let's say we're going to do 90. And we're going to pick a blueprint that we don't really care about. So let's go with, we'll do the Sentry Breaches. That's what we're going to do. Then we'll come in here and you just go over to your blacksmith and you hit combine. Now you can just as easily go back into your alliance shop, and there are lovely Sentry Breaches, and just like that we got 24,000 individual credits. That is, I think, more than you can get from slow building. So this is going to be the easiest and best way for you to do this. And you can also do this for the green equipment chest as well. So you've got this one as well. You can buy these for resources too. And it's the same story. You just come in here, you go to your equipment, you find these bad boys. We'll do 60, 1, 2. Then you pick whatever you want. Now, something I would recommend doing is with these chests, if you do have fragments of some of them, as you can see, I've cleared out most of mine, but if you do have fragments of some of them, maybe do like enough to finish whatever that blueprint is and then go from there. But we'll do 60, and it's going to be the same story for you. We're going to go over here, we're going to combine them, boom, boom, and then we're going to go back to the shop, and we're going to sell them. And this is really the best way for you to get credits, especially early on if you're having issues with it. And I would highly, highly recommend that you do this. Now, there are a couple of other things that you can do. The first of which is you can sell your Ethelflaed heads. And this is absolutely something you should do. If you haven't done this yet, come in here and sell. You're probably missing out on a ton of credits. As you can see, that was like 3 days worth. Now, what that means, though, is that you do need to go in and finish your expedition. And this is really important because if you come into your expedition here, you can see that there are a number of different challenges. You've got these, and every day they're going to give you Treasure of the Warrior Queen. So if you haven't finished all these yet, you do want to try and do this. I know I personally can forget to come in here and do it on some of my alternate accounts, not my main, but you will get these treasures every day. You get, I don't know, I think maybe 12. I think 12 is the total amount. And then you can open them all. And every day you get more Ethelflaed heads, which you can then go in and sell. And that is the number one way for you to actually get those individual credits, is by selling blueprints, by selling different items here. And so if you are in the normal shop and you see some of these, blue ordinary starlight sculptures, or these ones, these are my favorite, you can buy these and just come in and sell them. And so it's a great, great way to get those individual credits. Now, I did have someone ask me, Shappy, why is my alliance telling me to do slow builds? What is this? What are these slow builds? So I'll tell you. As you can see, you could get up to 20,000 individual credits a day. But these slow builds will also help your alliance gain more credits as well. And so if you're slow building flags, you get rewards for the number of people that contribute to that flag. So your alliance will get alliance credits based on that. But the individual credits for something like a fort, you can actually come in and claim these every day. And so let's say I've got a march in here. I sent him out at reset, and then it took him, looks like it'll take you not very many hours. What do we got? About 5 hours. About 5 hours and 30 minutes into this, you'll get your 20,000 credits. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bring that march home, and then you're going to just send him in the next day. This does cap out. And so what happens is if you put a march in here and you make the grave mistake of leaving it in here for 24 hours, then you've missed the 20,000 that you can actually claim. It doesn't stack every day. So if you leave a march in here for 5 days, you're still only getting 20,000 credits. So remember to bring your marches home. So that is the second way to really get those credits. Now, the next one is by donating to your technology. And so you can donate in here every day, and there are rewards for it. And so some things that I've seen some whales do is if we come in here and we go down to contribute to the Alliance, you can see who's made the most contributions. And there are rewards. And so if you do choose to contribute some gems and you are active about contributing, you can actually get up to an 8-hour speed up just for doing that. 8-hour speed up, some res. It's a nice little bonus, I think. And it's a nice incentive, especially if you're active and you don't feel the need to donate. So those are the 3 main ways to do this. Now, I will also say there are a couple of other ways that you can get those individual credits. For example, Ark of Osiris. Let me see if I can find my rewards here. If you participate in Ark of Osiris, or your Alliance participates in Ark of Osiris, where is it? I don't know if it's in here. But if your Alliance participates in Ark of Osiris, you will actually also get some more of those credits. And I think you get about 50,000. I'm not seeing it in here. Let's see, is it in here? Let's find out. Yeah. So you can get those credits, and it's only really if you participate or if the Alliance you're in participates. And so I'm not seeing it here because I probably already claimed them. That's the one downside of this. But if you do, then I do believe you get about 50,000 credits, which show up in your resources section, which you can then claim just as easily. So that's going to be all of the things that you're going to do to get those individual credits. And as I said, you're going to want to spend those on passports, civilization changes, and probably VIP points. I hope that you have enjoyed. If you have, be sure to hit that subscribe button right over there, bottom right hand corner. Hit the bell so you get notified when new episodes come out. Thank you. Shappy out.